This video will walk you through 11-1 work together on page 258 in your textbook. So on page 258, it says that our goal is to journalize sales on account, and we're going to prove and rule a sales journal. It says the sales journal for Distinctive Appliances, and that's our company's Distinctive Appliances, is given in the working papers, and the Excel file is your working papers. Your instructor will guide you through the following example. I'm your instructor, and I'm currently guiding you. So, and the dogs are growling again. Using the current year, journalize the following transactions on page 9 of the sales journal. Source document for sales invoice is abbreviated as S. So as you see right here, this is page 9. So on September 1st, we sold merchandise on account to Adrian Mikowski for $800, plus sales tax of $48 for a total of $848. And it's sales invoice number 104. So sold merchandise on account. That means no cash was affected. So it's not going to go in our cash receipts journal. It means it's going to go in our sales journal, right? We sold merchandise on account. So if we sold something on account, that means that we didn't get any money now, but we have a promise that they're going to pay us later. So that tells me that it's going to be an accounts receivable, right? Because somebody owes us money, and that's an asset account. We increase an accounts receivable, of course, with a debit. And what are the other parts of that transaction going to be? Well, it says that it affected sales, and it says that we had sales tax. And of course, we collect that sales tax and then we owe it to the government. So that tells me it would be sales tax payable. So let's start this journal entry. We start it with our year, which is going to be 2014, and it's going to be the month of September. So if it doesn't show up like this for you, if it shows up like this, you just click this little button, wrap text, and it'll make it pretty for you. We want to put in our day, which is going to be the 1st. Account debited. Well, who owes this money? Who is this accounts received for? Well, looking at the problem, it looks like it's for Adrian Mikowski. So let's put in Adrian Mikowski's name. Sale number, that's our sales invoice number, right? And it's going to be S104. Like I've said before, it's good practice to put the letter in front of it, so I always like to do it, whether the specific journal calls for it or not. We put nothing in post draft because we haven't posted to the general ledger yet. So our accounts receivable debit, well, that's going to be the total amount of money that we received, right? So that means we received money for a sale and we received money for sales tax. So let's do those first, actually. So our sale was for $800, and that's a credit, right? Sales is a owner's equity account. We increase owner's equity accounts with a credit. And then our sales tax payable account, we increase its liability account. We increase a liability with a credit. So that was for $48. Well, the total amount of money that is going to be owed to us is going to be these two cells added together. So $800 and $48. So it's going to be $848 that's owed to us. So that should be the amount of our accounts receivable. All right, next transaction. On September 11th, we sold merchandise on account to Crane Inc. for $875, plus sales tax of $52.50 for a total of $927.50. And it was sales invoice number 105. So let's do our date first, September 11th. The name of the person who owes us money, or the name of the business, is Crane Inc., comma, Inc. All right. It's sales invoice number 105. And we can do this the same way we did the other one. What is our sales for? We have sales of $875. We have sales tax of $52.50. When we add these two together, it's going to be for $927.50. And remember, our debits and our credits have to equal. We have one debit column and we have two credit columns. So these two combined must equal this column. All right, moving on to the next one. On September 28th, we sold merchandise on account to Swiss Delight. So we're going to go ahead and put the date. We're going to put Swiss Delight as the person who owes us money, or the company. It was for $1,460 in sales. Sales tax was for $87.60, and our total is $1,547.60 with sales invoice number 106. Okay, so our sales again were $1,460. Our sales tax was $87.60, which, if you recall, we calculate that by multiplying our amount of our sales times our tax rate, and we can do that in this column. It's $1,460 times 0.06. Should give us $87.60 for our sales tax, right? We're going to add these two columns together. It's going to give us $1,547.60. And then it looks like we're done entering our journal entries. But when we move on to number 6 says that we need to total, prove, and rule the sales journal. Okay, so first things first, let's total it. We're going to total it. It's the last day of September. So how many days does September have? Well, if you know the knuckle trick, you know that it has 30 days, or maybe you just memorized it when you're in like first grade. Okay, so next thing we do, we write the word totals. This is not carried forward. We're not closing out this page. It's the end of the month, so we're writing the words totaled. There's no sales invoice number. There's no post ref, but we do want to add up these columns. Well, an easy way to do that is to click the auto sum button. Or actually you need to take out the equal sign. So we're going to click auto sum. And auto sum does not want to do its job today. There we go. And so it says, okay, you want me to add up these 3 cells? We say yes by clicking enter. Then we can come over here. If you go to the bottom right hand corner, it creates a plus sign. If you drag it to the right, now you have the amounts for all 3 columns. Okay, so now we've totaled it. Well, now we need to prove it, right? So we're going to come over here, we're going to prove it, we're going to put our accounts receivable debit, that's this amount of money. So we could do it this way, you can write equal sign, click the cell we want, hit enter. Sales credit, we can hit equal sign, click the cell we want, hit enter. Sales tax payable credit, hit equal, click the cell we want, hit enter. Now we need to total these, so let's do, we're going to do auto sum again. One of these days we'll do it. Okay, auto sum. We say yes, we want it to be these 3 cells. We're going to copy it and paste it. And for some reason I have a merge on that I shouldn't. So we're going to get rid of that. No, we didn't get rid of it. Okay, got rid of the merge, and I'm going to get rid of these ugly lines that don't need to be there. I'm going to come over here, go to more borders, and get rid of them. So if we look at these two, it shows us that they equal, right, $3,323.10, $3,323.10. But now we need to rule our sales journal, right? So we should have a single line above this to show that there's a subtotal. So we can do this all at once. What we can do is highlight these 3 cells, and we know we need a single line above it and 2 double lines below it. So we can go to more borders. We're going to change our color to black. We want this thick line above it, right? And then we want this double line below it. And it's that easy. So we click out of there and bam, here are our rulings. So it looks like we are finished already with 11-1 work together. So it is now your turn to do 11-1 on your own. Good luck.